Good morning. We have a live trading session that will be recorded. I will show the market in a second, but one thing I wanted to go over was something I added to my work-ons last night. So obviously we know all this stuff as of right now. If you watch my videos on the process, take profits, stop losses, work-ons. These are things this for the rest of December, because I'm assuming after this week probably won't be trading. Price action, I don't expect it to be too great. Understand conditions more. Detach from outcome and be excited to learn. Fail. It's going to happen. Journal all entries. Don't be afraid that your logic behind your trade is wrong. You will learn from it over time. Don't be afraid of failure or losses at all. Not a doubt. You will learn. Go into the market reacting, not predicting. Mark out my key levels and get a draw on liquidity, and after key levels are hit, look on a higher time frame to see where the best draw on liquidity is resting, or draw on liquidities are resting, and find low resistance draws, and avoid high resistance draws. Set my conditions and find the DOL and figure out how we will get there. The MEC PDI continuation. Going into this now. I'm going to get coffee running in a second. Actually, I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so my coffee's being made. This is post FOMC. We had FOMC yesterday. Obviously, so yesterday and just coming into this week, I wanted to see this daily get hit and us push lower, but we've gotten close to it, and then we've been selling off. The 4 hour, we got very close to it yesterday, and we sold off again. And that was at around 1 to 5, around that area. PM. Coming into the day, though, as much as I would be thinking, hey, I want to stay bullish, we do have a lot of these bearish fair value gaps that market could come into. What I'm thinking is maybe we get some rejection off of these, and we actually might want to deliver lower to then go higher. This is the issue with December, is it can go both ways, and we really expected that coming into the December to be a little bit slower. But what I'm going to be looking for with my key manipulation for me is this 1 hour sweep happening, and then maybe we get a 15-minute SMT or something, just some manipulation on the 15-minute time frame. What we do see also, we've already tapped into this 1 hour. Asian session highs already got hit, and you probably could have played a MEC model off of this, but that is pre-market, bro. We are not taking that. So it's really just being patient. I'm going to play something from Justin Werland to go over exactly what I just said, but it's going to be 2 minutes. So.
Hey, everyone. All right. So let's kind of run in, talk about this fine Thursday, what I want to see here going into the morning. So there's a couple different biases that I want to see, possibly end up playing out from when I initially looked at the market. There was a couple things in which I was thinking. Number one, yesterday with FOMC, and just by looking at this price action, we've been all over the place, right? This is December, right? It's the last month of the year. This is kind of normally how we expected December to go. Pretty back and forth. Yesterday, though, what I was looking for is to see if we're going to go tap that daily fair value gap that we had, which we never ended up doing so. We ended up sweeping and trying to take this internal high here, and we did end up taking it, but barely. But we did not end up tapping the daily fair value gap. So I'm curious if we do want to still go tap that or start the sell model to go back towards internal liquidity. So with kind of what I'm looking for here is there's a couple ways that I can look at this first. The first way is we take buy side, we displace lower, and which means all of these lows become low resistance liquidity. So this would be my 1 hour change in the state of delivery. And I would like to see the market sell back off out of these inverse fair value gaps, out of these bearish inefficiencies here to the left of us as well, and start to go lower out of this to go towards sell side liquidity. Now, what I would want to see internally, if I zoom into the 15-minute, is I would still like to see internal manipulation. So I would like to see some sort of high like this come up, get taken, look to see if maybe if there's an SMT there, see if we want to break lower, right? Possibly do something like this and have an internal model. Right, there's many different things that we can do here and sit in this range as well, right? We could sit in this range as well. So I want to be patient going into open because of, number one, where we are right here. On the lower time frame, on the 15-minute, there isn't a lot of clear liquidity to base off of, right? I'm going to mark this as obviously our external sell side from this range. I'd like to see us go take this high, see how the reaction plays out. If we want to sweep this, if we want to, play this range and build more price action.
So yeah, that's really it. I mean, probably going to let market move for the first 30 minutes. Coming into the day too, if we want to look at Forex Factory. Dude, I am so sore right now. Jeez. Unemployment claims at 7:30 came out. We got nothing. We got a no news docket for today. Once market opens. Oh. So I'm probably just gonna wait. Maybe we could get some accumulation and then a manipulation. We are generating somewhat of buy side here. I mean, this just got taken, but we do have buy side here, here, here. And like I said, maybe some manipulation off of that. And then we can distribute lower. Maybe we get an SMT on top of that. Yeah, we've already tapped into this 1 hour. So, I mean, it is weaker. We've already shown some nice displacement off of that. But if we could get an SMT potentially, or we tap in, sweep out this 1 hour high, tap into this 1 hour, we can get some moves lower. And we also have conditions to set ourselves to if we respect like 15 minutes here, 5 minutes, or even like, is there a 30 minute? There's a 30 minute as well that got respected in this, which pushed us lower. Which markets opens in 4 minutes.
But there's a lot that I can.
Just being patient. I'm gonna go grab my coffee now. Okay, market open. We are ripping lower. As you can see, that we have a 1 hour or two on ES that we could come into. That Nasdaq does not have, as you can tell. Nasdaq doesn't have that 1 hour till down here. The market is open. I'm gonna hit a quick little prayer. Dear Lord, I pray that no matter what happens today during this market session, I pray that you give me clarity on whether I put on a trade or not. I understand what the market is doing and I can learn from it. I don't pray for a win. I don't pray not to lose. I pray to learn and be able to understand this market with context and to grow. I pray for guidance and I pray for a clear mind and stress-free. Thank you, Lord. Amen. All right. Got my coffee too. We aren't coming into that 1 hour on ES yet. Close that up and we can just be looking at these. It's going to be very patient to see. So already off the bat, we're not getting no manipulation to go higher or actually to go lower. I mean, we're just ripping lower, which we're about to see Southside Sweep tap into this 1 hour. Like I said, we might want to go for that daily. And we have this fair value gap resting above, but we also have these draws resting right below these failure swing lows. These are kind of low resistance, I would say. We have so much resting here. If you look on the 4 hour, I mean, this kind of got swept out, but still a good chunk through here to come into, and fair value gaps that have not been touched into yet. So I'm going to move that over here. We have a daily down here that has been left behind. But I don't know if that's where we want to go to. I don't think we'll want to fill this to then go higher, but maybe that's the case. I don't think we make that big of a move today because that's going to be that would be ridiculous. We did sweep. We tapped into the 1 hour here. We did sweep this 1 hour low. We go into the 15 minute. What else are we seeing? We're getting some crazy rejection off of it right off the bat. We have a 15 minute fair value gap that doesn't close for 15 minutes. That is right here. It hasn't been filled until just now it tapped into it. We go to the 5 minute. I'm going to get, we also have London session lows, which are resting right here, which could be a draw to go to. So I'm going to keep that in mind, and Asian session lows, which are down here. coming into this too, like what are we seeing before market? I mean, we filled in a 1 hour. We're pushing higher. We inverse fair value gaps, bearish fair value gaps. So we're pushing higher. But as of right now, we are respecting bearish fair value gap, which is pushing us lower. But now we just came into this. We just started delivering now from sell side, which means we could be going higher, and we are filling in a 1 hour imbalance. So I'm going to go to the 5 minute. I'm going to get rid of this and just kind of keep these 5 minutes marked up. Like I said, just being patient. Don't rush anything. Said ES came into that 1 hour. How's ES's 15-minute looking? Just came into it as well. Could see respection of this 15-minute. That could be my condition. I feel like I would want to see a couple more candles be formed since coming into that, because that's right off at market open. I like to have market wait a little bit. We will see. So yeah, just with my analysis, the first thing I see is that during Asia session, we sold off towards a 1 hour for value gap. Excuse me. 1 hour for value gap that we tap further into by taking intermediate hourly lows. Ideally, I would like price to close above that 4 hour bearish for value gap, and I will mark that up. This is here. This is the fair value gap, or no, it would be this one, closing above it. Ideally, I would like to see that close above, to then manipulate lower after 10 a.m., tapping inside a newly created 4 hour for value gap, 1 hour for value gap, and taking out low resistance liquidity to then probably, ideally, distribute higher again. But if that 4 hour gets respected and gets inversed, which would be if that 4 hour gets respected and gets inverse and not inverse, I mean, then I might see price going lower again towards London lows, which we already were just talking about. But I'm going to stay patient and be reactionary. Uh-oh. So we did get that manipulation. Ooh. To the 1 hour lows and to that 1 hour for value gap, we are manipulating. $15-minute candle closes in 7 minutes. It's going to be respecting the gap. We're going to still get 2 5 minutes here too. Like, my thing from what I'm seeing too is just like to support this idea of going longer. We are accumulating this area of buy side liquidity. And to 15 minute, it was kind of chop, but we're building up this area of low resistance. Like I said, we do have draws down here as well, which we might want to push lower if we go to the 15-minute time frame, which is a little median. We have 15-minute fair value gap here lower. I personally would like to see it move lower into this 15-minute, but just to see it get respected to go higher and maybe sweep out drawn liquidity and then a 15-minute candle closes respecting this fair value gap. But I mean, we're going to get respection of this potentially with a 1 hour sell side sweep and tap into a 1 hour for value gap, not to pattern trade, but to just get an idea of what is the higher time frame doing, right? The 1 hour, we were looking bullish coming into it, but like I said, coming to that 1 hour, we're respecting it, we're pushing lower. We do have a draw right here and a draw down here, which we might want to go for, but really that's why we got to set these conditions and being smart. I might just wait till 9. I might just wait till close to 9 to see how this 1 hour candle wants to react off of this 1 hour for value gap and that 1 hour sell side sweep. Like I said, with that 4 hour, we have 4 hours for value gap here that got inverse, and it pushed us higher. I mean, all the way up to here, but now we're getting rejection, as you can tell. Clear, strong rejection. Which, where are the more sexy draws? Resting up here? Or there's just really a high? I mean, we have a couple more highs in that daily for value gap, or is it going to be resting right here at that sell side, and here, and here? It's going to be tricky. We're coming back down deeper into that 1 hour. Just filled CE of it, the consequent encroachment, I think they would call that. I don't know. I do not trade Powell's model. We're going to see. That 5 minute, I think, closed, and we do have 2 unfilled 5 minutes as well. One thing to watch out for too is SMTs now. Made a lower low. Oof, looking a little different. We could honestly see a resweep of this low. They got made, right? This 5 minute low, a resweep of that. And then look for an inversion to target the unfilled 5 minutes here, or even this, like I said, low resistance, which is resting up in this area. Which, I mean, that makes sense to me. I do like that idea. I can't lie. That is very sexy to me. Did we just get a fucking resweep? We did. But is that a 1 minute fair value? Yeah. If that ain't the tiniest 1 minute I've ever seen, and it just closed, fuck. That's gonna be my. Well, let's just mark it up. So we got a resweep to 5 minute. Could be in a 5 minute SMT here. The 1 minute inversion. And like I said on the hourly, what's the hourly looking like? Somewhat of a AMD profile. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I don't know if we want to expand lower, but it is a 1 minute inversion, although it's such a tiny fair value gap. That is the tiniest fair value gap. Shown clean displacement, but now it's wanting to push lower off of that. Like I said, we do have low resistance resting above. We did just get manipulation here as well. I'm going to look for my stop loss. 25.5. 56.50. Oh, shit, I got alarms going off. One thing to even potentially look at, that's still 1-to-1 if I could wait for like a break of structure. Big stop, but I don't really give a fuck about that. It's the idea of like my confirmations, my confluence is going into it. I'm not trying to pattern train, but all right, now let's go back and build logic behind this. Why might we go higher? Well, we have on the 5 minute, we have a lot of low resistance resting above here, but we don't want to pattern trade that on the 1 hour. We were pushing higher. We did get a bunch of inversions to go higher. Yeah, we are respecting this, but we also just swept this sell side, which closes in 14 minutes. And we are coming inside of this 1 hour for value gap. So we're going to see. As of right now, it just did a resweep of that. Look at all this right up here, too. The 50-minute candle close respecting that for value gap, which now we're pushing deeper inside of it. We have a 15, like I said, we have a 15-minute for value gap resting right here. I think we're going to have to wait till 9 close to. Maybe I'm wrong. No really 5-minute lows here, 15-minute lows, is there? Not until down to here. We might want to come into here. I think gonna move higher. Like I said, ES is 1 hour, just got tapped barely. And another thing too is just being patient. Being patient, we don't need to take a trade today. My trade frequency with these models, I'm assuming, is around 2 to 3 a week at most. So even when it's terrible conditions, when I get one, I probably could just call it quits at that. Right? If we're in really good market conditions, like quarter 1, quarter 2, and it's great conditions, maybe I take one win or one trade. I'm like, all right, I can take another this week if I see a setup present itself. It's not, I'm trying to get out of this idea of pattern trading where I have all my confluences, I get in, try to build an analysis, try to build an actual narrative around why your trade should play. We are pushing lower now. We came into this 15-minute. Yes, it's coming deeper into its 1 hour, just barely. Just barely. As right now, it looks like we're probably not going to disrespect that 4 hour. And its hourly bearish or value gap, I would say, is our high time frame key level with the sweep of Asian highs. We might be wanting to go for those London session lows, which I'll go to the 50 minute. I'll just pull that up. I mean, maybe we could get a retest, resweep, a retest in a 15-minute or 5-minute gap before we go to those lows, London lows, but it's looking like it wants them. It's looking like it's going to sweep them out. London lows have been swept. Let me take a sip of my coffee.
Is that true? I got no comment on that. Oh, come on. No, I got 2 words on that.
Sweep of those London session lows. What has ES given us? Well, ES just swept those 1 hour sell side. We're pushing deeper into that. Maybe that's what we wanted to see. And like I said, we might want to go for those Asian session draws now. Understand that too. Like I said, setting conditions for ourselves. There's no 15-minute, but we could get a 5-minute that we might want to retest into, and then we could get a continuation down to these Asian session lows. And obviously not hold it all the way there. Maybe it's just the 1-to-1, but just to get a draw on liquidity. see. I don't see any confluences that could push us into a different direction to go buy side right now. 7 minutes on that 1 hour candle close. It's looking like we're going to disrespect that 1 hour. And I think, like I said, if we would have respected that, maybe we could go higher. Maybe, and also maybe came into this 15-minute then candle close. But I mean, we still got 6 minutes on that. But personally, I think that this is going to fall more bearish, and I would want to wait for probably a 5-minute retrace. And I could target down to these London session lows, which are right here, which is also 1 hour lows. And also, we have a fair value gap rest in here at that, which has already been filled. So I'm getting rid of that. And we have 4 hour right here, and unfilled 1 hour right here, and draws right here. It's just a sexy place. And obviously, we have stuff up here as well, which is resting all up here. But I mean, this seems more low resistance to me, especially with our condition with that 1 hour potentially being inverse. Like I said, I want to wait for a retrace because we are going to get a 5-minute for value gap. I'm going to get rid of this so you can see it clearly. And get rid of that. We are going to potentially be getting a 5-minute for value gap here. That 15-minute candle is closing in 5 minutes, potentially going to inverse it as well. I'm going to have to look for a retrace into a 5-minute. And then I could look for an inversion off of that, and I can take that, but we'll see. Five-minute opened up. As of now, I just don't feel convicted for lawns, especially with, well, you could get a 5-minute inverse and we have unfilled up here and low resistance here, but what is the higher time frame telling us? Well, in 4 minutes, we're going to get an inversion on a 1 hour bullish for value gap. Telling us, hey, we're confirming, hey, we're going to be going bearish order flow most likely. And on top of that, coming into this 1 hour would be our key level, this 1 hour for value gap, right? That would be our key level, which would be pushing us lower. That would have been, I think, a mech short at pre-market would have tapped into this because we swept 1 hour highs, tapped into 1 hour, and then we had unfilled 5 minutes. But that's hindsight. I want to see price come into this area. If price can do that, that's great. Most likely we're going to get an inversion, and we're going to go for those Asian session lows here, but I mean, it might just go for those Asian session lows, and that sucks. That will suck ass. I'd like to see a pullback. Which I don't know if we're going to get. TGR is done for the day. see Justin Werling caught shorts off of this move up here, which, Matt, we had 5 minutes. Was there a fucking 5-minute SMT? No. I don't know what he took. Just 5-minute manipulation. I don't trade his model, though. I don't trade the way he does. Come on, bro. Give me a nice pullback. That would be great. Well, that 1 hour closes in a minute. We're looking like all those imbalances are gone. So, I think the only thing to see today now is a continuation. You could come into this daily and get a move higher. Bro, we've come to this daily so many times. At that point, we come into this daily and we sweep out lows. We're going for all these as well. That's another thing I like to look at. Same here. We have the daily right here, but it's already been filled so many times. Okay, maybe it's only been filled once. Either way, it's been filled completely. Damn near. It hit the 50% of it. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking the only thing, like I said, this is the draw for me. The Asia session low. It's just wanted to see a pullback. If we could get a nice pullback into that, that'd be great. 15-minute candle just gave an inversion. Yeah, we are bearish. We are very bearish. I think it's going to sweep it out. Yeah. He said those Asian lows are... If we could get a little retrace before these Asian lows, it's perfect, because that's the draw for me. Oh, we're coming back up. Oh. I think the move for today would either be continuation from Asian lows or a mech from Asian lows, because we have unfilled 5 minutes now, and a couple of them. You know, up here as well, but I mean mainly. But also, like I said, it's very counter trend. I personally am not going to be as confident in the mech from Asian lows to go, you know, higher as I would be in a continuation to Asia lows. In seriousness, and like being completely serious. I mean, is there fair value? All the imbalances are gone to make a move off of that as well. All the imbalances are gone. 9 a.m. candle close. Very bearish. Very bearish. I don't think we'll want to get this move bearish to come all the way back up higher. But I could be wrong. Like I said, the thing I'm looking for is these Asian session lows to be completely missed. See that blue candle expand a little higher, come into the 5 minute. Not only this one, but one up here. Wait for this one to get tapped into, and then get a move lower for a 1-to-1. And that's what I'm looking for. Maybe we want to rebalance this leg. I mean, before we sweep out this low, we could say 5-minute equilibrium is what we might want to come into as well. I mean, that's a great possibility. That's right into here as well. It's just, is that going to happen? But, like I said, it's December price action. Oh, that's fucking cool. Let's see it. Oh my gosh. Would that be fucking nice? Holy fuck, we're getting that retrace. Now this is the tricky part. Do I want to take the move to these Asian session lows off this 5 minute right here, or do I want to wait for that other 5 minute to form? The other 5 minute to get tapped into is a question for me. In all seriousness, now do we have any imbalances to go and fill? Not on the 3 minute, not on the 2 minute, the 1 minute does. And even if, like I said, I'm not afraid to take a loss. If I take a loss, that is possible. That does happen. But that would be my draw on liquidity for this, which would be the Asian session lows. It's just looking to see how deep we want to fill. Personally, if we could get a fill into equilibrium on the 5 minute and then tap into this other 5 minute, that'd be incredible. And I would be very ecstatic about that. I'm surprised it didn't go for those Asian session lows today. I don't know. But, like I said, being very patient. This is December price action. Maybe I'm missing out on a lawn with this too, but I don't know. First, I can get rid of this 1 hour here. I can get rid of this 1 hour because that just got it fucking inversed. Keep that sell side. Actually, I'm going to get rid of that sell side because we know it got swept. Where are we trying to go? Let's go back to the 1 hour here. No 1 hour for value for another quite a bit. We have nothing on the 30 minute for 22 minutes to 15 minute. Nothing that I'm seeing. Only thing that could push us really higher to go to a long back higher would be a fair value gap as well. I wouldn't want to just a sweep. On top of that, if you could say, oh, fucking beautiful. If you were thinking too, well, you could take a mech long after we get this inversion because we have unfilled 5 minutes. I want you to understand this and listen to me when I say this. The idea of just taking off like the inversion, that is one fair value gap in a whole leg. You want to inverse a leg, not a singular fair value gap, right? And second, for that idea of like going for a long off of this, we have no high time frame key level that price rejected. It's just a sweep. And we are so close to these Asian session draws, what I'm assuming is we want to rebalance into this 5 to 15 minute. 5 minute, there's no 15 minute. I don't know what I'm talking about. 5 minute. And we could get, and we're in equilibrium now too. What could we be targeting? Well, maybe a rebalance of that leg back to what? These Asia session lows and these 1 hour lows. And on top of that, what is the higher time frame telling us? We just got a 1 hour inversion and a 1 hour break of structure after respecting a 1 hour bearish for value gap. Do you think off of that, hey, we're going to get a move all the way back higher? Maybe. I don't think so, though. It's just, only thing that can push us higher is just a sweep of liquidity. So I'm wanting to be patient. And I'm wanting to see an inversion to go back to sell side. And that's going to be potentially on the 2 minute. I mean, we'll see. 2 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute. That's the whole idea of someone seeing this too and thinking, oh, we just swept lows and now we have unfilled 5-minute. That's pattern trading. What is the higher time frame telling us? I made a video about this on TikTok yesterday on one of my accounts. It's pattern trading. Like, something like a little move lower would be great. I would like to see a retrace. Oh, that'd be so fucking nice. But I want to see displacement on an inversion. So if we could get like a 1 minute move here, come back higher, and then, you know, maybe get a stop pump on the 1 minute, move lower here, come higher, and then actually flood the face and get an inversion, that'd be great. That'd be overall very, very great. But we'll see. Like I said, this is a big RR, so I wouldn't even hold it for the whole fucking thing. But my draw is Asian session lows, and I am bearish because of what the higher time frame is telling me. That's the thing, is make sure you're not pattern trading. Yeah, you can see all these confluences. You wait for the confluences to show you on these time frames, and you take it. But it's like, what is the higher time frame narrative telling us? That's what we go off of. And as of right now, if we inverse this 5 minute, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. We got 3 minutes on this. The candle closed inside of it. We did just get a move higher. Now, that is what I was wanting to see. If we could see an inversion, that would be great. Now, if this takes 7 to 8 candles, 5 or more candles to inverse this 1 minute, I don't know how I feel about that, right? I don't think I like that. But if it can give us an inversion in a couple minutes here, I will be very, very keen on taking that. But I want to see clean displacement, and we are pushing higher. What could push us off of this? Well, with this 5 minute close in a bit, we could just project off of this 5 minute here. Maybe we're getting to move higher off of this. Maybe we are. I mean, because now, I mean, off of this, obviously I wouldn't want to see this go completely higher. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it wants to come into this 15 minute and then reject. Maybe these 5 minutes aren't enough for it. Which is fine. We also, like I said, we're in equilibrium. We're in a premium price range. I think one thing you could mark up as well is your fib, which I will do right now. My Fibonacci. Oh, that's so ugly. 79% is right around here. If we could come up to there, that would be like the golden pocket. That'd be perfect. I think we might want to rebalance this leg. This 15 minute is looking juicy. Like I said, I think, yeah, we could go higher. We could go all the way back up to these draws up here. But that 1 hour and the clean displacement on that 1 hour tells me, hey, I think we might want to come up here just to rebalance and then push lower. Right? That's my personal thinking on this. We're going to have a 15-minute candle close here soon. There's going to be no 15-minute fair value gaps resting here, just this one. If we come up to here, I mean, dude, this could be a nice short. It's 9:14. We are out of the, what's it called? I can't even think. I'm having a brain fart. Oh, we are out of the macro as of right now. But in this 5 minute, I think it just got inverse. Yeah, that just got inverse. Not a clean displacement on that inversion, but that's fine. We can go back. I'm going to get off of this 1 hour because I want to be really focusing on the 15 minute as well here. ES's looks a lot more gross. ES looks disgusting. ES doesn't have what NASDAQ has. I don't think ES had a big move down as much, at least. ES just gave an inversion and it has nothing to reject off of now, except maybe an SMT. If we could get an internal SMT as well off of these fair value gaps, great. I'm even more bearish, but like I said, I'm kind of disregarding this idea of like going bullish now. Maybe yeah, we get it come into this 5 minute to go higher, maybe, but I think the higher time frame, what is it telling me? The only thing that could push us higher is just a sweep of a significant draw on liquidity, no fair value gap. I think this is our key level to tell us we're going bearish. Come into this 1 hour, respect it, sweep out 1 hour buy side liquidity as well, go lower, and then get an inversion on this 1 hour bullshit fair value gap, confirming bearish order flow, and a break of structure on the same leg. So it's like, I'm not trying to sound like a broken record here, but I'm trying to just get this out in my mind. I mean, if we can get a tap into this 15 minute, we could get potentially an inversion on the highest time frame for value gap leg. And like I said, the draws are these Asia session lows for me. Maybe it just does that and it doesn't give me my entry, but we just got a 5 minute inversion. I mean, so this idea of taking this is kind of, to me, it seems invalid as of right now. But we got time. I mean, this draw's a little further down, so all I need is my 1-to-1 for the day and I'm good. 1 to 1.5, 1,500 on the account, and just call it a day. One trade this week, probably wouldn't trade tomorrow, especially these conditions. And I mean, I could call it then, right? The account would basically be passed, and hopefully going into January, we're not near all-time highs. I honestly, with FOMC yesterday too, I wanted to see FOMC give a fucking crazy dump, which, if I can find it, did it give a crazy dump off of that? It did. It went higher and then it dumped. Holy fuck. Asia session had such a crazy move lower. Like I said, my thing on what I'm wanting to see as of right now is this 15 minute get tapped into, and we look for the highest time frame inversion, and we are targeting those lows down there. Like I said, I'm not saying that lawns were a stupid idea here. Everyone trades differently. For me, personally, I think lawns are not the move. I gotta let you go. Gotta let you go. It's December price action too. Like I said, I didn't want to take it move off of this 5 minute. Thankfully, it did get inverse this 5 minute to come into this, but this one's getting inverse, which we're seeing some good bullish movement into this 15 minute, which is perfect. It's what I'm wanting to see. And like I said, I don't need to play the biggest moves off of this. I don't need to play a freaking 3RR 15. I could just literally target an unfilled 5-minute off of a continuation. Maybe I can go lighter risk on this too then. I could just go lighter risk on this with like $500 and then just hit a 3RR maybe, or I mean, we'll see. Overall, we'll see. Usually I like to full port evals, but it depends on also RR. If it's more than a 1-to-1 and it's more likely to play out, I'll take that. But I also just like taking those 1-to-1s and call it quits. Obviously, when I get onto an eval, I'm gonna just keep like my risk the same on like $250 risk and target 1-to-1s. Sometimes maybe the trade is a 1-to-2, and I'll still take that, and it could be a $500 day. But really, just sticking to those 1-to-1s. And that's the nice thing. Like, dude, my last Express account, I was risking $500. I was able to hold that account for like 20 to 22 trades, which is nuts for me. We're tapping into that 15-minute. That's what I want to see, which is nuts for me. Oh, fuck. And we might see a fucking 1-hour sweep, too, on ES. I'm coming right back up into that for value gap on ES if you can't see this. I'm liking shorts on NASDAQ. I am. I really am. Especially tapped into this. We're also, like I said, we want to pull up the fib, my Fibonacci. Basically at 79% golden pocket. I like the idea of a short here. Just need to take the highest time frame in inversion. ES just swept its high. Maybe it wants to push a little higher and come into this 1 hour, but price might be displacing too high too to go against this trend as well as of right now. So this is where it can be a little tricky. Oh boy. I did not mean to throw that. If this gets inverse, I think it's just safe to say to probably just get off. Maybe people caught moves off. I mean, I know people probably caught moves off of that. I literally said I didn't think we wanted to go lower. I mean, it's just against the trend, I feel like. We rebalance for sure, but how far do we want to rebalance as of right now to then go lower? I mean, like I said, we will see. With this 15-minute candle close, we'll be at the golden pocket as well. I think we could get a move lower. Getting some clean rejection off of this. Is there anything to inverse as of right now? 3 minute? No, 2 minute. There is a 2 minute we could inverse. Which would be right there. Be a fucking crazy risk reward. Could see nice little manipulation. ES is also tapping into this 1 hour. It's like I said, it doesn't close for a bit, but maybe we get some rejection off of that and a sweep. Because ES swept now these 1 hour highs, tapped into this 1 hour. It might want to inverse. We have 30 minutes to tell. I'd be off the market at that point. But we could tap into this 1 hour as well. Maybe we tap into this 1 hour and we're manipulating higher. We manipulate these highs. Maybe we get like a little stop hunt to go off of on NASDAQ. And we can actually look for the highest time frame inversion. Like I said, just if we want to continue higher, maybe we want to come in and fill in like a 5 minute, which would be down here. We'll see. I mean, we've already had 2 moves. This 15 minute closes in what, a minute? I mean, we already had 2 moves today. That move lower and this move higher. I don't know if it's going to want to make another big move like with December price action. So it just could be a day to hop off. And we'll still get this uploaded. Thing is, too, none of these 2 moves that happened offered a nice opportunity. For me, I just off of this move lower, I saw nothing to take, and off of this move higher, I saw nothing to take. That was literally against counter trend, other than maybe wanting to rebalance. Take that inversion, yeah, that happens, but holy fuck, it's about to happen. The 15 minutes gonna respect. Dude, that would actually be so fucking clean. Maybe I should just hop off, but maybe I should just wait for this inversion. It'd be a 3 minute I would be waiting for. We didn't get that inversion. Are you for real? Fuck. Oh, I did not mean to do that. There we go. I don't want to wait another 3 minutes for this inversion to happen. It'd be a 5 minute now I'd be waiting for. Like I said, I don't know what we're going to get. It's 5 minutes. Dude, if it closes too much lower and displaces like nuts, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that. What could we be targeting though? This 5 minute leg here. I don't want to say that's a fair value gap right there. If it is, that's the tiniest fair value gap I've ever seen. Size doesn't matter though. Oh, please go wait. It'd be nice if this 5 minute kind of sat around for a bit, but then gave a clean displacement, even if it closed like down to here. Oh my god. A 1 to 2, that'd be $1,000, basically $1,000 on this day if I risk 500. Oh. Said I could be waiting. I could just be like, oh, the 3 minutes is going to give an inversion in 50 seconds. But what about this 5 minute? I want to see how this 5 minute reacts. What if I did target just this 5 minute? That'd be a 1 to 1. I think we do have an SMT on top of this. Yeah, and oh my god, that could be perfect. If it respects that 1 hour. Just literally need to see an inversion. Got 50 seconds on that. Like I said, that 15-minute PD array. Ooh, it's good rejection. There's good rejection inside of that. Close in 10 seconds. I don't think it's going to give that inversion. Could be wrong here. That is not an inversion. Are we for real? Are we for real? Oh my god, and it's gonna fucking... Fuck me. Is there anything we could retrace into on the 1 minute? No. I think this could go lower. I just didn't get my entry. I didn't get the inversion. we for real, bro? Maybe that doesn't mess with my entry too much, depending on this close, which I don't get for another 3 minutes, but like I said, the target would be these lows down here. We'll go to see. Holy fuck. Displacement. I'm getting in if it gives the inversion. It just depends on the risk to reward. Like I said, even then, I'm only looking for a 1-to-1. I just don't like it could reject off of this 5 minute. So we're gonna find out. That 15 minutes looking bearish as fuck too, and look at ES over here on the 1 hour. I mean, we have a 30-minute at all. We have a small 30-minute for value gap up here, but 15 already gave the breakaway. I would say that it's a breakaway gap. I think we could go lower. I might be wrong, but we'll learn. We got a minute and 35 seconds left on this candle close. Honestly, it wouldn't be a terrible risk to reward. It honestly could still play out really nice. Holy fuck, depends on how this candle closes. Like I said, the higher time frame is looking bearish to me. If the candle doesn't close, I'll probably just get off. And I might regret that, but and yeah, fuck that. That is fucking ass, dude. Now it wants to this place. Well, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not taking anything. Honestly, I could go get all set up and ready for the gym and shit. I mean, off of this right now, I don't like anything I'm saying. I don't like a single thing. Just because of that. Look at that, how the reaction to that 5 minute. That's gross. We're gonna get a 50-minute probably. Yep. I think it's one of those days where it's gonna play out, but in what way, Nice. Nice. Pissing me off. Dude, are you fucking for real? Are you for real? Well, that's my entry. That I'm not taking. Maybe I regret it. It's still a 1-1, man. That is still a 1-1, but it's late in the day. I know inversions are iffy late in the day. I mean, if we would have tapped into this 5 minute here, like that 5 minute that was resting right here, and then got rejection down to there, would have liked that. Even as soon as we tapped in this 15 minute, if we could get a clean inversion off of that, I would have liked that as well. But I'm staying out of this. It's late. It's later in the day too. Not too late, but it's 9:46. I don't think my inversion is going to play out as much. So I'm off. I'm not trading that. Watch this play. If it does, I'm still journaling and I'm gonna get this uploaded, but oh damn, man. Here, I'll be back. I'm gonna go get some stuff cleaned up. I'm gonna pause this. Hold up. So yeah, this is playing out. It'd already be a break even. But on top of this continuation, you would still already have a second 5 minute fair value gap that you would have to wait to get moved on. So that's just something to note as well. Is there a break of structure? No. So probably wouldn't even entered on this because you still have that second 5 minute to go off of, and it depends too because, and let's say we just inversed it right here. Great, that's nice to see. Maybe this 5 minute you could go break even, or maybe even hit a 1-to-1 at that point, right? But since we closed so far down at this point with this, you would have to go break even so quick if you were to take this trade, and it's later in the day, so it's probably better that I stayed out, even if it does. But yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, it's been a bit, but as you can tell, this trade would have not have played out. Yeah, I would have played for a 1-to-1, right? This would have played, maybe scrolled up, this would have played down to that low at a 1-to-1. Doesn't mean I take it, and I'm going to go over that while I get ready and dressed. Give me a second. But, so yeah, coming into the day, I'm sure there are traders who took that trade. I'm sure there are traders who traded that move down and traded that move higher. For me personally, what I trade, I saw nothing to get in on for that move lower. Nothing. And for the move back higher, I saw someone say, well, you could get a mech long. We had a 5-minute inversion. You could have got him. Dude, if we're taking 5-minute inversions, we wanted to inverse the leg, not just be one fair value gap of it. Inversing the leg of the manipulation leg, right? On top of that, what was our key level we were going off of? What, fucking 1 hour sweep? That's it. No fair value gap added into that. But the move higher, and also, let's look at the higher time frame trend. We inversed a 4-hour fair value gap. We inversed a 1 hour fair value gap. Bullish. That's telling us, hey, we're clearly bearish. Yeah, we came back higher, and now we came lower, and now we're going higher. It depends what the market's doing, right? But keep in mind that higher time frame narrative. We came into this 5 minute. We inversed it. We came into this 5 minute. It looked like we respected it. I would have wanted us to go lower here, and then I could have caught a move down to these Asian session lows, which I wanted to be the draw. We come into this. We inverse that. We come into this 50 minute. We're also in equilibrium as well. I'm looking for a move off of this. We respect it. Now understand too, it's later in the day. At this point, it's 9:30. On top of that, the 5 minute inversion we get. If we got this inversion and this candle closed, like right up around here, I could have targeted this unfilled 5 minute, and that could have been damn near 1-to-1, depending on that close, right? I could have targeted the middle of it. That's a 1-to-1, right? I could have taken that. But that candle didn't close till all the way down here. It didn't close, if I can get rid of this, till right around here. Oh my god, that's going to be fucking annoying. I'm going to get so annoyed with that actually in a second here. I got shit I got to go do. Look at this candle on the 5 minute inverse. It didn't close till right here. It's good displacement, fucks up the RR. And it's just one fair value gap out of the whole leg. So I want you to really take that in, and this is for me in the future to look back on this trade. And I want to go into one more thing before I end up leaving here in a bit. Like I said, you still had that second 5 minute fair value gap under that first, which it closed too far below to my liking, so I avoided this trade, which in hindsight was a good idea. If that, now on top of that, that's the only reason I was thinking about not taking this. That later in the day, it's not like the movement's bad in here, but also the higher time frame. Let's look at the 4 hour coming into the day in the month of December. Since December 2nd. We are in a range. This is chop. This is fucking chop. The higher time frame is choppy. Understand that. That late in the day, maybe I could take that if the higher time frame was super clean. And you would see this move and think, wow, off market open, we rip down, we rip up, market's super clean. Dude, we're literally just in chop. We're just in fucking chop here, right? And a lot of low resistance here, which they get swept. I want to see this get swept. This, like I said, was my draw. This could have been a draw, and then maybe a move higher off of that, but we didn't get that. If that little gap wasn't there, if that little fucking gap wasn't there, which was here, I would have taken that. I would have taken that move, right? But I didn't. Because it was later in the session, and we already had 2 big distributions in the day. I don't want to lower my standard by settling for less nice of trades. See hear what I'm saying? Going into that as well, I want to go into this topic real quick right here. When I think I might have talked about this earlier in the session, I don't want to make this video too long because I'm not going to be putting this into my trade journal because I did not take a trade. But I just want to mark this out and notice this, like what it was and what we can look at. Because then when I do my homework this weekend on Sunday, I can go over this as an example. When we come into the market, and like I said, to avoid pattern trading, this is the idea of someone who trades like Mech Model from Pat and Blake. They would have saw like a 5-minute ticket inverse here, and they could have targeted this on fill 5 minute this. You're pattern trading. What is the higher time frame telling us? The higher time frame is telling us we want to go lower, and yes, we are going higher. But also understand, look at ES coming into the day, especially because ES was fucking lower too. ES inverse its 1 hour, and then we get a big pullback and sweep 1 hour buy side, and we respect both these 1 hours on this candle close. I thought, hey, we were for sure going to displace lower, but we did to the point that we needed to. And what do you see? We make a move lower. It's just, I don't know. But when you come into the market, mark out your high, and I feel like I did a good job of this today in setting my conditions. What were my conditions? Really, my condition to tell me if we want to go lower or higher was this 1 hour. It was this 1 hour. And the fact that we inversed it and then we get that move higher, that's fine. But that 1 hour was my condition. If we inverse this, hey, this is probably my draw on liquidity for the day, which is this Asia session low, and I wanted to see a retracement. What do you know? When we get to here, it looked like we were just going to sweep it out. We actually get rejection, and we're getting a retracement. All I need to see was my short lower. We're in a bad month of price action. December is historically not a great month of price action. You can get into the order reason and all of that and why that is. But just to know, like, it's not a great month of price action. I've taken one trade this month. I should have two because I missed out. But even the one trade that I did take that was a winner wasn't too great, right? It's just going back on this shit. This shit takes time. It is not a thing where you just get in and you start trading and you're going to get it in a month, 2 months. I know people who are doing that in a month to 2 months. You're not them. And you don't compare yourself to them, right? This trade would have been a loser. Look at that. It would have gone stopped. And I think after today too, looking at it, I'm going to be on the market the rest of the week. I'm probably not going to take much, and I'm more on the defensive side, not in the idea of like I'm making money, I need to make money, I need to pass this new 50K, rather than just preserve capital, wait till that new quarter starts. And over time, you will get better with experience. But I feel like I hit the basis pretty well overall on what I was wanting to see with this today. Hopefully, you understand. I listen to my buddy. I'm going to go into the PB thing, see if anybody took anything today. I think there's people that took that short today. Never mind, that was way later in the day. Overall, we live and we learn from this shit. I know PB Blake did take a trade around this area to go for shorts before to this draw on liquidity, which I think we had just resting here. I actually want to scroll up to that to see if I can find the time where he got in. What would that be, 9:45? $30 in. Oh my, yeah, I'm good. He got in on like a 30-second. He got in up here to target here, which personally I don't like. 9:45 was it? He got around. Yeah, it's later in the day. Blake was looking for shorts here. He got it on a 30-second, but overall I would have avoided this. I'll get this uploaded, and yeah.